Hi guys, and welcome to tutorial 1 Zbox. Topics covered ISQC 1 and ISA 220. So it's likely it's going to be pre-engagement, and obviously that's all we've done, so that's where I'm going to focus. So you got 10 minutes reading time. Guys, this is what I want you to do in your reading time. I want you to make notes as you see things jump at you, and as we cover more of the syllabus, you will start to pick up more things when you're reading, and that's what I want you to do. I want your paper to be full of your notes as you read each line. So, engagement background. You're an audit partner at CA Campus Inc. So just make a note of who you are in terms of your experience, because from a pre-engagement perspective, you need to know what your role is. Herein referred to as CAC, a firm of registered auditors. CAC was appointed as auditors of Zbox Proprietary Limited, herein referred to as Zbox, on 1 February 2022 after your tender for the 28 February 2022 year-end audit was accepted. So now I can see here, we were appointed, pre-engagement is applicable there. It's a new engagement. So I haven't audited this company before. I was appointed on 1 February 2022 for the 28 February 2022 year end. So I now understand what the year end is, and all I'm going to note from this, if I was appointed on 1 February for 28 February, I haven't had much time to plan before their year end. Okay, so I'm just going to make a note at time. This was as a result of the previous auditors filing a notice of resignation after enjoying a long association with Zbox. So now I can see here, previous auditors resigned. So I can tick that there is a vacancy. Zbox management requested that you do not contact the previous auditors because they have insufficient staff to engage with you, as insufficient resources is the reason they resigned from the audit. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a concern here. They've asked us not to contact the previous auditors. So I'm going to say, is this a scope limitation? Because I know I should contact the auditors if I'm taking on a new engagement. So I'm going to say, is it a scope limitation? Is there a concern here with management integrity? Are they acting unethically to do this? They say that they had insufficient staff. So now I also want to question, do we, in accepting, have sufficient staff? Because the previous auditors resigned for that reason. No engagement letter was signed, as Zbox management believes there is no need to draft an engagement letter. So now I've got non-compliance with the ISAs, because there should be an engagement letter. Zbox operates out of office buildings and manufacturing plants, all situated on the same property in Sandton, Johannesburg. It is currently the 4th of February 2022, and the first planning meeting for the Zbox audit is scheduled to commence at 8. Zbox designs, manufactures, and retails Zbox gaming consoles, controllers, accessories, and games. So now I can see what they do, their industry. And it's now going to become a consideration whether the auditors have sufficient knowledge with that industry. Zbox has a good reputation in the industry. Zbox launched its latest Wi-Fi compatible gaming console, Zbox 1000, on 30 June 2021. The timing was perfect as it coincided with global lockdowns as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Sales skyrocketed due to its higher display resolutions, higher frame rates, and real-time ray tracing. and the rapid growth experienced from the launch of the new gaming console resulted in Zbox gaining market capital and replacing its major competitor as the #1 home video gaming brand. So based on this, I'm going to say I think they will be able to pay the fee because of this rapid growth. Zbox employs 1,000 employees, ranging from IT specialists, developers, game creators, engineers, programmers, sales and marketing personnel, administration and accounting staff, etc. So what I get from this is the size. It is a big client. Zbox used the expertise of their top developer and programmer, Sonic Hedge, in conjunction with the internal auditors to develop their own accounting software to record the day-to-day operations of the business. So they have got an IT system, which is important to note in a pre-engagement stage, because we've got to make sure that we have the resources, we have the staff with knowledge and ability to audit the IT system. So I'm just going to put your IT system and I'm just going to look at our capabilities. This accounting software has been in operation since 2019, so it's been around for a little while. Minutes of the audit planning meeting. You welcomed all 3 members of the audit team to the audit of Zbox. Okay, now immediately I've put over here the size is a large audit. There's 3 members. So I'm going to write here automatically that it's not sufficient. How can it be sufficient audit members, 3, to audit this company that is huge, that is #1 in the market at the moment and has 1,000 employees? You noted that being a part of this audit team created a great opportunity for each member to stand out in the audit firm, as this was the first client that CAC has audited of this nature. So I'm going to make a note here, no practical experience. It's the first client. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of a concern from a pre-engagement stage. All members thanked you for providing them with this opportunity. You informed the 3 junior clerks that there was not enough budget for an audit manager, as the client had indicated that they would only be willing to pay the lowest fee. So I'm going to see here 3 junior clerks. I'm going to make a note here automatically that they are not experienced. So that's going to be a concern with regards to my staff. And there's not enough budget for an audit manager. So I'm going to make a note here. There won't be enough fee for experts if they are required. And they are only wanting to pay the lowest fee. Are they aggressively trying to reduce the fee? We could here have a concern with the client's integrity. If they're trying to keep the fee too low, because then what are they trying to do? Have less work to potentially identify errors. So we could have here, with the client lacking integrity, a threat to professional competence and due care, one of those fundamental principles. You noted that it was not necessary to contact the previous auditors for information, as you are Zbox company secretary and therefore you are privy to a lot of the client's information. So now we've got a concern, because the partner, which is you, on the audit is also the client's company secretary. And that's surely going to have a threat or create a threat to independence. So I'm going to put here CPC, because there must definitely be a threat to independence as the auditors. You jokingly noted that you do not just perform an administration role. You allocated the following sections to the following staff members. You've got revenue, Clark Kent, review date is 1 March. Expenses, Bruce Wayne, review date is 2 March. Property, plant and equipment, Wonder Woman, 12 March. Bank, Clark Kent, 8 March. Debtors, Bruce Wayne, 4 March. Other, Wonder, 6 March. Audit report, audit partner, 31 March. So what I can start to see here is that there is very short time allocated. So time looks like there's going to be an issue. I mean, the year end is 28 February and our review of revenue is on the next day. The audit report date, you can see, is within a month. So this is too tight deadline. So, insufficient time, which is a requirement when we are looking at our pre-engagement stage. You requested that Wonder Woman provide you with her suggested audit plan for the audits of property, plant and equipment by the end of the day, so you could review it. You noted that property, plant and equipment was an area of key focus for the audit. Okay, so now, a section that is key focus for the audit has to give you, or you need a plan for it within a day. Once again, timing is an issue here. You closed off the meeting by wishing all members of the audit team good luck. Okay, so let's have a look at the required.